Okay, so this 1997 Land Cruiser Series 80. It is a 4500 GX, so it's the petrol version. It's a carb engine. It doesn't have fuel injection, this one. And it puts out about 158 kilowatts, and it's around 368 newton meters of torque. And the whole thing with it, it's so, it's a similar sort of size engine to the Territory that I've done, and the Territory is more powerful, but this is all about low end torque, and it's really a towing car. That's the owner of this car bought it back in 2014, and I actually helped facilitate the deal back then. Bought it back in 2014 to tow a horse box, and it's absolutely excelled at that. It's been 10 years of doing that, and I think about 60,000-70,000 Ks that she's put on it, and it's really worked very, very well. Well, let's take it for a drive, see how it goes, and then we're going to do a bit of towing around the old Murkow warehouse as well today. We just try to move some cars around, and well, this would be the perfect vehicle for that. So let's have a look here. Yeah, the first impression is that you're sitting incredibly high in it. This one you'll see from the walk around portion of the video. It looks like the suspension's been raised a bit as well. But it drives beautifully. I mean, for what it is, it's really, really nice. My first exposure to this car is back in 1990, or one of these cars is back in 1993. My parents-in-law at the time lived up in Malawi. They farmed in Ornea Kasungu, and we flew up to go and visit, and yeah, we were picked up at the airport in one of these. And at the time I had a little 1600 Corolla, and as a company car, and I was just amazed at the refinement of a 4x4 back then. Things have obviously moved on in the last 30 years, but it still feels like that, it feels nice and solid. There's no rattles or anything like that. Let's see how it actually pulls here. Okay, so I'm not going to accelerate too hard. Let's just get it into gear. Consumption on these things are diabolical. Normal driving, probably going to be using about 18-19 liters 100 Ks. And when you're towing, it goes right up to about 21, 22, but you can do it. Okay, so now we're at 100 here. We put it in fifth. Okay, so cruising along at 105th, you're looking at about 2,500 revs. Let me accelerate and see how it goes. That's more or less where the torque peak is as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's about 2,600. So leaving it in fifth and accelerating. Yeah, it pulls. And I mean, look, at 120, it's fine. I mean, it feels like you can do this all day. It's only revving at 3,000 revs. And I reckon at a steady 120, you're probably going to be using about 17, 18 liters 100 Ks. Not going to get away with much less than that. But it certainly feels very stable, very comfortable, very, very nice at this speed. And that's really what these cars are about. These cars are about simplicity and ruggedness, and obviously the off-road capability is phenomenal. You're not going to get stuck in this, or you're very, very unlucky if you get stuck in this. It's just old school. There's no like turning dial and different modes and stuff. There's low range and high range and two-wheel drive, and that's controlled via this lever, and that's basically going to help you get wherever you want to get. So yeah, I think for what it is, really, really nice. Quite comprehensive instrumentation as well. Other than the rev count and the speedometer, you've got oil pressure, you've got oil temperature, it looks like. No, water temperature, and obviously battery charge together with fuel. So basically everything you need is there. I think we should go on a bit of a gravel road and just see what it feels like on there. Let's do that. Let's take it on a bit of a gravel road, and let's see how it goes. We'll get back to the video there. And here we find ourselves on about the only dust road here in P that's close to us, which is Grey Dawn Road, which goes up to Homely Farm here. If you've ever been to P, or if you were a kid in P, you'll certainly remember that place. And yeah, I mean, it's just, it's quite a corrugated road here. I did it the other day in one of my cars. I can't remember which one. But yeah, it shook, and eventually I just thought, no, bugger this, and I'll turn around and actually take the long way around and go to Homely Farm that way. And you don't even notice it in this car. It just goes along. Beautiful country scene here with a meadow with some cows. Less so that place over there, but but yeah, it feels really nice. This is where it's completely at home. I mean, you don't feel the corrugations at all.
Perfect car for the farms.
Perfect car for the farms. And you know, the nice thing is, if you're not going to get stuck in it either. You'll see a bit later in the video, we use it to move a couple of cars around the old Mercar yard. And the reason we're using it is just, you know, all the other vehicles we have just get stuck and bogged down. We're moving it, we've created another field where we can move the cars to, and that's what we're using this for. There's nothing better, really. But it doesn't make you want to get one of these.
Yeah, we might have to get one before the prices double again.
Oh no, I think that's already just happened there. This place is quite rustic here. There's trucks, cars, cows. Look at that.
Sure.
And an old Mercedes. W210. See that? There
Nice
we go.
colour.
Nice colour. Looked like it's run for a while. And another one, an SLK too. So if you guys have anything to add, or if you own one of these things, and yeah, just put it in the comments, and I'd love to find out more. As I say, I don't know much about them. I've never owned one myself. My first time driving in one, as I said earlier in the video, was back in 1993 in Malawi, and it was magnificent then. Long distance cruiser as well. Beautiful holiday vehicle. You tow your boat and caravan. Put on the aircon here. Hey, you don't even feel it switch on. I mean, if you think of the impact that, you know, the last car we did a video on was that 300D. Excuse my coughing. Got a bit of a cold at the moment. But anyway, the last car we did that test on, it was the 300D. We put the aircon on. It was like putting on the handbrake. I mean, here you don't even feel the thing when it switches on. But why don't you take it for a drive?
Okay.
Okay, I'll pull over here, and then you can take it from here.
Yep.
There's some horses out there. Got a nice gear shift here, Bill.
And it's easy to pull away.
Very easy to pull away. Yeah, the clutch is beautiful there.
No stalling this car.
Yeah, no stalling this. Also with the torque, yeah.
Yeah.
The low down torque makes all the difference there.
Yeah.
And you know, it's actually very spacious inside. I mean, with Bella sitting here, look at the amount of space, legroom there is at the back. As we come up to Krokakama Road here. You know, the straight six sounds like, to me, you wouldn't know the builds, but they were the old Bedford trucks from the 60s and 70s, and these things had like a 6-cylinder petrol engine.
Oh yeah.
And it sounds like that. I mean, it sounds like, you know, it sounds like a 6-cylinder should, but you don't have the performance that accompanies it normally. So like an old Chev Nomad. I don't know if you remember my Nomad. That sort of thing, but you know, just the 6-cylinder version of that. So you sound like you're going fast, but actually you're not. But it's not the purpose of the car. It's a nice part of PE, this, all these small holdings here. I'm just getting onto the car, as you can see. Oh, pretty much standard Toyota fare from the early 90s. I remember my Corolla wasn't significantly different in terms of ventilation and cluster and stuff like that.
We're
Very
on a
cool.
bumpy road, yeah.
Yeah, it is bumpy. You feel that, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing, yeah. It's durability trumps refinement in this thing.
But it's not harsh. It's
No,
not
it's
like
not harsh.
banging and
No, not at all.
rattling
In
over
fact,
it.
it's got hardly. Has it got any rattles?
Mm-mm.
No, there's no plastic or anything here
No.
that's squeaking or rubbing, which is amazing actually, because the car's done 300 and something thousand Ks already.
309.
309. So, Nels, you've driven it for a bit.
It's very nice, yeah.
Nice, eh?
Yeah. It's nice being so high up.
Well, that's the thing. Eh? You're really high. I mean, you don't just get into this car. You've got to stand on the step there
And pull yourself in.
and pull yourself in, which is what that little handle's for there. Perfectly placed. Yeah. Yeah, it's deceptively high. I mean, you're at almost the same level here as a truck cab.
Yeah. Higher than that bucky.
Yeah, much higher than normal double cabs and stuff like that. There's not many cars you look down on, like the likes of the Rangers and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's actually fairly quiet as well there.
Yeah,
I
it
mean, there
is.
isn't a lot of wind noise when we took it on a bit of an open road drive there. 120. I'll have a look at the specs and I'll talk about the specs when we do the walk around portion of this video. But yeah, subjectively it doesn't feel slow at all. It feels as fast as you'd actually want to go with it. You know?
It's very nice to drive.
Yeah, it is very relaxing.
Yeah.
Very nice holiday
Peaceful.
vehicle. Yeah, peaceful, yeah. And I mean, when you start paying for 20 litres, 100 Ks, you're going to drive 100. You're not going to push it to 140, 150 all the time.
Yeah.
So you're going to live a lot longer as well. So there is that. You know, drive a car like this and survive. You know, you're only going to do 80, 100 most of the time because you don't want to be spending tens of thousands of bucks a month on fuel.
And it has a big fuel tank.
130 litres. Eh?
Sure.
130
Imagine
litres.
filling that up.
Yeah, no, it goes for a while there. Yeah.
I wonder how far it goes on a tank.
130 litres at 25, 600 Ks maybe,
Okay.
which is alright range. But yeah. Is that the door locks clicking there?
Yeah.
Okay.
They need to be checked out.
Yeah. But very impressive. I like it. I like it.
Me too.
Look at this 1997 Land Rover Series 80. It's a 4.5 litre straight six, 24 valve with a manual 5-speed. And nice all-terrain tires. You can see the height is, I don't think it's a standard, it looks a little bit higher, but I might be wrong. To me it looks a bit higher than normal. But yeah, it's got a beautiful beautiful stance to it. Nice bull bar with a winch in front as well. A nice simple basic engine. Let me open it up and you can have a look at that. The 4.5 litre straight six. Let's see here. You'll see from the videos we've used it to tow a couple of cars into the field there. Just see how this works. I think you push down here or up. There we go. Yeah, look at that. It's simpler than that, really. It's got a dual battery, this car. So it's got a dual battery system. You can obviously jump it. Here's the one. There's the other one there as well. Nice that they both fit in the engine bay. And yeah, it's just a 24 valve straight six. It puts out 158 kilowatts, 370 something newton, 350 something newton meters of torque. It does 0 to 100, it's academic really, but it does 0 to 100 in 11.4 seconds and has a top speed of about 170 k's an hour. Not what it's for, but just for a bit of background. Nice simple carburetor on here. No fuel injection, no electronics to speak of. Looks nice and straightforward. And that's also the beauty of these cars, just durability.
How does one reach inside to fix things?
You get a step ladder. You take it to a tool mechanic, I guess. That's the thing, everything is a bit of a reach here with the height, or I suppose you can stand on the bull bar or hang like a bat from here, probably fine as well. We close it and have a look inside. You'll see that we actually towed here. This has been recently mowed, so it's a bit buggy and stuff, so we put it in low range. It's got the locking hubs in the front that you've got to obviously do. But there again, simplicity, that's the thing. These days you turn a little knob and it's pick for snow or gravel or sand or whatever. Here, you turn the thing, you put it in low range and you go. And you probably won't get stuck either. Looking inside, you see very basic spec, but everything you need. It's got the electric windows, got an aircon, 5-speed box. As I said, low range, you can see from the second gear lever, low range, high range, you select from there. A lot of space at the back. If I sit behind myself, so I'll do it on this side over here. So that seats in my position. Man, plenty of space here. And you actually sit a bit higher than the front. So it has like theatrical type seating, Look at that. You're actually quite a bit higher than the front seats. So you look over the driver here. It's actually pretty comfortable. Lap bolts in the center, inertia wheel bolts on the side. Quite a nice big boot as well. A lot of space there. Make an awesome camper, this thing. Hey?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the boot. Nice heavy duty tow bar. How does this open up here? Yeah. Oh, that's nice. You can actually lift the lid and then the base like that, like a Land Cruiser or like a Range Rover. Actually sit on that. Very nice. Look, that's a lot of space inside there, and I would assume that the seat also folds down if you need it.
Could sleep in here.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's a sturdy door as well. Feel the weight of that thing. Let me hold the phone quickly. You try it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, sturdy here. And a heavy duty tow bar, as I said. So yeah, so really if you're looking for a car that can go anywhere, can tow anything at a reasonable price, well, this isn't for sale, but there are a few of these up for sale. And as I said previously, 200,000 to 300,000 Rand is what you'd expect to pay for a decent one. Really nice car. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions, or if you have a car and you're located here in P that you'd like me to do a video on, please just get in contact. I'll leave my number in the description of the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and like the video. It does help us just get the video seen by more people. So I think, one of the nicest things about this old Land Cruiser is just, for petrol anyway, is just the torque, the low down torque. So here we've got this rather steep hill here. And let me get it into fourth. And even at fourth, at 1,500 up the steep hill, there's no hesitation, there's no bogging down, there's nothing. It just pulls. So there we go, and my foot's nowhere near flat. I'm just touching the accelerator, and you actually have the torque to pull it up there. And that's really the purpose of this thing. The whole design of the engine is just durability and longevity. You can see here the red line's at 5,000, very, very low for a petrol engine. But yeah, it just helps with its purpose for being here. I mean, look at that. Very steep hill. Let me put it in fifth. Brings it down to 1.5, and there's nothing. There's no problem. I'm doing 60 up this very steep hill in fifth. There's no issue at all. And that's why it's great for towing. So if you can live with the consumption, the petrol is really a gem. And you'll probably find the petrols are a bit cheaper than the diesels these days. A quick search before we went on the drive. Bella said that they go for, what you were saying they go for?
About 220.
Okay.
And up, yeah.
Okay. Diesels or petrols?
Didn't actually check. I just
Yeah.
checked We Buy Cars quickly.
Okay. Okay, so even at We Buy Cars at that, so you know one can expect to pay $350 for a really nice one of these days. That would be South African rand. It's about 18 to the US if you're not in South Africa, for quick calculation. But yeah, I mean, as a tow car, phew, I think I must actually get one of these. Try and find one, you know. That's the only thing, the flippin' Territory gets stuck for no reason at all, really, with its two-wheel drive, and I'm going to have that sort of issue here. And you know, the spec as well, I mean, it's being the basic GX model, it's got what you need. It's got aircon, it's got a sound system, it's got central locking electric windows, doesn't have leather, it's got nice practical fabric seats that are easy to clean. Yeah, man, I think really nice. And being a Toyota, it's going to last forever, and you don't have that huge depreciation. So if you're in the market for 4x4, a relatively big 4x4, man, for 200,000-300,000 rand, can't really go wrong with one of these Series 80s, if you can find a decent one. Well, anyway, we'll carry on with the walk around now at the workshop, and I'll show you what it looks like, and we can have a quick chat about that.